Welcome back, everybody. All 82, December 13th, 2022. I know it's been a while. I apologize for that. Just been trying to work on some editing and overlays and getting adapted to that. I'm not really happy with the current videos, so I'm trying to dabble in that area and get a better product out to you guys. So we're gonna move ahead and go start our rankings. Looking for my red marker, where are you? Okay, we'll go green. All right, so a lot has changed since the last rankings, which was approximately almost 2 weeks ago. And we're gonna start at the bottom. And coming in at number 30 is the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, the lineup they're putting out there right now is struggling. No LaMelo, other guys in and out of the lineup. Hayward's got this shoulder injury. They are 7 wins, 20 losses. They've lost 5 in a row and are 3-7 in their last 10 games. Thus, the Hornets are our last ranked team, and they are not looking good going forward. They are trending downwards. We're going to move on to our 2019. They just got some really bad news today. Cade Cunningham is out for the remainder of the season. Feel bad about that. The Pistons come in with a 7-22 record. Lost 3 in a row. Though they are very competitive in their losses, so they actually beat Miami. We're very competitive against the Lakers, but they're just a little short-handed. 3-7 in their last 10 games also. So the Pistons are 29th. And our 28th ranked team are the Orlando Magic. It's good to see Paolo back. Good to see Cole Anthony back. Mo Bamba back. So they're starting to play a little bit better. They come in with an 8-20 record. And they have actually won 3 games in a row. So 3-7 the last 10. Things are looking up. Things are looking up for the Magic as they continue to get healthier. So we may see them climb up a little. They climbed out of the 30 spot, so that's good for them. Coming in at 27, a team also on the rise, the Houston Rockets, coming in with an 8-18 record. Won their last game, and they are 5-5 in their last 10 games. So that lets you know right there that they have improved dramatically. If you think their record is 8-18, so they've won 5 of those in the last 10 games. That just lets you know they're on an upward spring. Rockets playing well. They're getting healthy. I really like their team. If they could just play a little better defensively, they should be getting quite a few more wins coming up. And a team that I thought was dead in the water was going to remain 29th or 30th. I never really thought they were tanking because I've seen their games. They were just very injury plagued, but climbing upwards and trending upwards is the San Antonio Spurs. Really impressive wins lately. They beat the Cleveland Cavaliers last night. They come in with a 9-18 record. And they have won 3 in a row. Also beat Miami in that stretch. 3 wins in their last 10 games, which is the actual win streak. Okay, so good to see the Spurs moving up. Very competitive team now. A team trending downwards. Your Washington Wizards. I liked this team earlier. I thought they would be able to put it together and stay in the top 15 range. I like their starting lineup, but it's not looking good for the Wizards. They are coming in at 11-17. Lost 7 games in a row. That is why they're trending downward. That is why they are ranked 25th, and they are 1-9 in their last 10 games. Now we're getting into the more highly competitive teams, another echelon of teams that you really have to come into that game and be ready to play against these teams, or you will lose. Coming in at number 24, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have a record of 11-16, and they have lost 3 in a row, 4-6 in their last 10. Pretty good ball club, really well coached. They just don't have enough firepower at this point to pull out these games late, and that's my little synopsis of the Thunder. I do like their team. I do love their hard work, and I don't look for them to I don't look for them to drop below 24. I look for them to stay right in the 18 to 23 range, maybe. They're just a really good team. Not indicated by their record, but if you watch them over the first 27 games, you will see that they are actually a pretty decent ball club. And 23rd, the Chicago Bulls, coming off that heartbreaking loss in Atlanta. They lost it at the buzzer in overtime. 11-15 is their record. That loss was their actual streak, lost 1, 5-5 in their last 10, which is actually a good improvement for the Bulls because they were not at a 50% clip. They were looking bad for a minute, but they were playing better. That loss, they had that win in Atlanta. I don't know how they gave up that tip, but it was a heartbreaking loss. So the Bulls could easily be a little bit higher if they would have pulled that off. They didn't, so they're 23rd at 22 with a 13-15 record. Miami Heat. Jimmy's back. Tyler's playing well. Bam's playing well. Lowry's playing decent, but they're still losing to teams like the Pistons and the Spurs, while they're beating teams like the Celtics. And they're just so up and down. I can't put it any higher than 22nd at this point. Maybe we'll see if they can get some wins. 6-4 in the last 10, so they're right there. They're right there. They can make a run. Obviously, they're a very veteran-laden team. Coming in at 21 with an 11-15 record. Los Angeles Lakers, 11-15. Won that last one, 6-4. Big game tonight for the Lakers. We'll talk about that as we go up towards the top of the leaderboard here. But a big game tonight. They host the Boston Celtics. I guess we already know that, but we'll be talking about that a little bit later. At 20, another team trending downward is the Timberwolves. This is a team that's just hard to figure out. Even when you watch them, it's kind of hard to figure out like what they're doing, what they want to do. And that's indicated in their record. 4 wins in their last 10 games, lost 2 in a row. Just don't have a good feel for that team. The Raptors are coming in at 19. Kind of disappointed with them. I feel like with Siakam back, they would have made a little leap or stayed at least into the top 12. They haven't. They have a 13-14 record through 27 games. They're right about 500. That's a little disappointing. Fred VanVleet's back also because they play so well without their stars, and now their stars are back, and they're just fluttering. So they come in at 19. At 18, the team also just fluttering. Utah Jazz. They've lost 2 in a row. 3 wins in their last 10 games. So Utah, they're kind of trending downwards. Hopefully they can stay above 500. Coming in at 17, the Pacers have cooled off. Still a pretty exciting team to watch though. 14-14, right at 500. Lost 2 in a row. 3-7 in their last 10. That lets you know right there they're cooled all the way off. So now we're going to move into another echelon of teams that they can compete all the way. I mean, these next 16 teams, they can easily compete for the Eastern or Western Conference Championship, at least the semifinals. At 16, the Dallas Mavericks, I just can't go any higher. Even though I want to, I can't. They're 14 and 13. Every game for them is a struggle, man. And rarely, they did beat Oklahoma City last night, but every game is a struggle for them. They just can't get it all together. We'll see if they can moving forward. I know a lot of people are saying Luka Doncic is a MVP candidate. I mean, he's probably top 5, but I'm not gonna say he's top 3. I can't put him up there with a 14 and 13 record. Yeah, his stats are amazing. He's a lot. He means everything to his team, but not a top 3 MVP candidate for me. Coming in at 15 and trending downwards are the Atlanta Hawks. Lost their last game. They are 3-7. They have a big game tonight. So, and a team on the rise. A team I never gave up on. A lot of people were very negative about this team. I always thought the Knicks would be a competitive team, be a playoff team, and they are now 14 and 13, one game over 500, winners of 4 in a row, and 6 and 4 in their last 10 games. I like this team because I like Brunson, Barrett somewhat. I like Randall. Mitchell Robinson's back. I really like him around the rim. So Brunson's the key to this team. That's kind of what's keeping them rock steady, and he's going to keep them like that, barring injury. At 13 are your defending champion Golden State Warriors. Obviously coming off that big win against the Boston Celtics at home. 6 and 4 in the last 10 games. They have a big game tonight. We'll be talking about that as we close out. So Warriors, I can only go 13. They are 14 and 13, as you're gonna notice. Everybody around this point in the rankings, they're right around 500, give or take a win. And coming in at number 12, Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid seems to be getting back into his playoff or MVP mode. They are 2 games over 500 at 14 and 12 through 26 games. 6 and 4 in their last 10. So we'll see if the Sixers can get it going. Obviously, they have enough talent to be a top 5 team. I'm not sure when Maxi's coming back, but that's going to be a big bonus for them coming down the All-Star break stretch. Another interesting team at 11 are the LA Clippers. Kawhi and PG are back, so they're playing better. They have a 16 and 13 record. Not bad considering the amount of games they've lost due to injury. 5 and 5 in their last 10 games. I can't go any higher than 11 with the Clippers, even though they've beaten Boston. They've beaten some pretty good teams recently. I can't go any higher than 11. Because Kawhi is going to be in and out, we know that for rest. PG, he usually, if he's healthy or close to healthy, PG usually plays. But yeah, I can't go any higher than 11 with the Clippers. A team trending downwards, really looking bad. Phoenix Suns have dropped from the number 2 spot all the way down to number 10. And they have lost 4 games in a row. 16 wins, 13 losses, still 3 games above 500, but they are 5 and 5 in their last 10, and thus they are the 10th ranked team as of today. Now, another interesting team, the Sacramento Kings, coming at 9, still hovering around in that top 10. You got to give them a lot of respect for not faltering like some other teams. 14 and 11, pretty good record through 25 games. They lost their last ball game. And they are also 5 and 5 in their last 10. So, 5 and 5 in their last 10, that's not terrible, not great, it's just what it is. But in this league, it's hard to get wins. So 5 and 5 is not bad, especially when you go off to that hard start that they did. Coming in at number 8, team that is trending upwards, the Portland Trailblazers. Okay, Blazers are coming in at a 15-12 record, 3 games above 500, and they have won their last 2 games. Damian Lillard is back. Jeremy Grant still playing well. Simon still playing well. They're getting a lot of help from their bench players, Shaedon Sharpe, Nasir Little. So Blazers are looking good. They're looking good. So they're 8th, and that's pretty high for the Blazers. Coming in at number 7, a team I enjoy watching. I just love watching KD, Kyrie. Ben Simmons is playing really good basketball right now. The Nets coming in with a 17-12 record, 5 games above 500. Winners of their last 2, 8-10. 8-2 in their last 10. Wait, no, they won more than the last 2. We have to check that, double check that again. But I believe they won 4 in a row. Like 7 out of their last 8 out of their last 10. So the Nets, the team, this is the highest they've been all year, up to number 7. The lowest they've been, I believe they were down to 24-25 at one point, not even 2 weeks ago. So what a rise for the Nets. If you're a Brooklyn Nets fan, you're watching this and you're really loving it. Well, you're watching them and really loving them. I know I enjoy their team. A team I still like, but the Cleveland Cavs, 17 wins, 11 losses, and really their record is only what's keeping them up there. Lost their last game, obviously, 5-5. So they're barely hanging on right there at 6. Cavs, they really need to get some wins going forward here into late December. Your number 5 team, still hovering up there in the top 5, Denver Nuggets. Won their last 2 games. Seems like they're starting to get their chemistry back. 6-4 in their last 10. So I like the Nuggets team. Jamal Murray seemed to play well. Bones Highlands coming in off the bench, doing a lot. Braun, that kid, they got him this year. It was late 2nd round or early 2nd round, but he's a good player they picked up. The Nuggets, 16-10 record. Not bad, not great, but good enough to be top 5. Your number 4 team, your Milwaukee Bucks, 19 wins, 7 losses, 7-3 in their last 10 games, pretty solid. Lost their last game, but Milwaukee, I can't get them any higher than 4 because even though they have Middleton back, Drew's still not the lineup. Yeah, can't go any higher than 4 with the Bucks. They just lost a really bad game to the Rockets. But you gotta give the Rockets credit. They will beat you right now. If you don't come to play against the Rockets, they will beat you. And your number 3 team, finally they have been dethroned and off of the number 1 ranking. The Boston Celtics have dropped down to number 3. This means we have a new number 1, and it also means we have a new number 2. 19-7, really struggling out there out west. 7-3 still in their last 10 ball games, but they're falling, man. It looks like they finally hit that little slump, and maybe when they get back home, they can get back right. But right now, they're out west. They're getting pounded. Clippers just pounded them. Important game tonight. Maybe they can get back on track. They're in Los Angeles. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Your number 2 team and the young Western Conference teams have taken over the top 2 spots in the overall rankings. Your number 2 team, your Memphis Grizzlies, get up there. 18 wins, 9 losses, 6 wins in a row. Thus, the number 2 ranked team in the NBA. They're just getting healthy, man. They're looking good. They don't even have Desmond Bane back yet. One of the best wing 2 guards out there. I mean, when they get him back, it's going to be scary. And your number 1 team, first time all year, First time I can remember, but just playing outstanding ball, even without Brandon Ingram. I mean, the Pelicans, 18-8, best record in the NBA, well, in the Western Conference, and they have won 7 games in a row, 9-1 in their last 10 games. I mean, they're number one, and very close number one. Lose one game and you can be out of that spot very easily. The Grizzlies are right there in the back of them. So Pelicans, Grizzlies have taken over the number 1 and number 2 spots in the league. All right. So let's preview our games tonight. I'm not a betting man. Obviously, I live here in Texas. It's illegal to bet. But the 76ers are hosting the Sacramento Kings tonight. The Sixers are 4.5-point favorites against the Kings. If I had to bet, that game time decision, De'Aaron Fox. So that's a red flag for me because that means he may not play, and maybe if he does play, he's not healthy. Maxi's still out, but I would take the 4.5 with Philadelphia, and I'm gonna keep track of these just to see how I do. But I would take the 4.5, Philly to cover that. Warriors at Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are the 3.5-point favorite at home. Game time decision is Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday, which is huge. The Warriors' only key injury out is Andrew Wiggins. So based off of that, I would take the Warriors to be within 3 points of that Bucks team. I would take the Warriors plus 3.5. Yeah, just based off of this. Suns at Rockets. The Suns are favored by 6.5 points at Houston. Booker is out. Cam Johnson is a game time decision. Only injury for the Rockets is Jae'Sean Tate. So I would absolutely 100% take the Rockets to cover that 6.5 points. They lose by 6, you win. I'm taking the Rockets. They're playing good. Suns are just free falling. Could I be wrong? Absolutely, I could be wrong, but I'm taking the Rockets. Probably the bet of the night. Okay, so we're going to close out with the Celtics and Lakers. Old rivalry game here. Celtics are the 3-point favorite. Horford and Williams are out. For the Lakers, Juan Toscano Anderson is out. Juan Gabriel is out. Game time decision, Anthony Davis and LeBron James. So there's a lot still hanging in that game. I'm not comfortable taking. Okay, I am comfortable taking a 3. I will take the Celtics to cover that 3. I believe they're going to bounce back tonight in LA, especially with AD and LeBron being game time decisions. I believe they'll play, or one of the two will play, but I would still be comfortable with Celtics -3, no problem. So we're going Celtics -3, Rockets 6.5. I'm taking the Warriors the 3.5. I'm taking the Sixers -4.5, and those are our 4 games tonight. Hopefully I can get this back going, get my displays looking a little better for you. But as of now, that is the rankings. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, please like and subscribe.